Where's the band? Sorry, I'm inedible. I'm not sure where you come from, but I know where I want to send you. Unbelievable.
Your pirate ship can eat a bag of dicks. Your pirate ship can eat a giant bag of dicks. Or Christoph's gonna take a shit on your fucking lawn. Your pirate ship can eat a bag of dicks. Stupid navigator is an alcoholic, and all your crew look like Lego bricks. You better give us all the money in your treasure chest, or Christoph's gonna take a shit on your fucking lawn.
Hi! Evidently I should have pre-gamed starting like a fucking hour ago. What am I looking at? Looking at Stella Artois cider. It's Europeans style cider. So I don't know what that means if it comes with an extra finger. Weighs in at a pussy 4.5%. Who needs a fucking Bic? You know what? My phone, other than Sharky, that was like every 5 seconds for 2 hours. But I'm not judging. Nobody calls. Nobody texts. Nobody does a goddamn thing until I'm leaning in to do this. And then people won't leave me alone. I had issues with my, I've been locked out of my, my Unify network. There was like an update one time, and all of a sudden the username is evidently different, the password is evidently different, and I just finally said screw it and sent a letter to tech support, and they said probably just going to have to reset the whole system. Well, I named it. I named both of this one and the one upstairs exactly what it was before, gave it the exact same password as it had before, but then there's my cameras are no longer working. I had to re-enter all my phones. I know, white guy problems, which means when Christine gets home, I should probably fire up her tablet. So her tablet and her Amazon thingy, whatever that crotch fire, that isn't gonna work. And then just when I Lily tries to get a hold of me again, and I was like, then Mike, so network must be down, huh? I'm like, oh fuck. So told him exactly how to do it. You think that worked? I should have used the straw trick on the bottle. Shotgun a bottle. I mean, more bad ideas. What could go wrong? Oh, yeah. Just spinny for a half of an hour, no matter what I do. So that's what. Oh, have another one? Yeah, let's have another one. Why not? Let's have a bloody cider. Something big Jeff gave me. A razor blade. It's a razor blade. Okay. So, on the good news, I ran and got 4 propane grill bottles filled today. I went and ran to Superior Meats, got stuff to cook on the grill tonight, and glad I got those tanks refilled, because the last minute I decided I'm just going to take the one that's hooked to the grill. I mean, it's working, but I just know how these things go. Thankfully I did, because when I disconnected it and picked it up out of there, I was like, and thankfully the place that I go just down the road, Bear Tires, they'll weigh the tank. against what it's supposed to weigh. And I think I brought Matt's 10-pound tank in. I don't know if that means that it holds 10 pounds or whatever. He had a scale on how much it was supposed to weigh, and I felt like everything that they gave me in an allowance towards what it weighed versus what it was supposed to weigh. I feel that I definitely won on that, but they're just real reasonable. I mean, shit, it cost, Matt handed me $40 and I completely forgot. I thought I only had a $20 bill, which is all I have left to my name because, I'm the house hooker without the job. It came to like $41.25 or something like that. But because I had to use my credit card, there's like a 3% or something on there, so it came to $45. I don't care. Then of course, as I pull the credit card, or pull my wallet out and grabbed my credit card, shoved it in the machine, and it was like, you can take it out now, and the thing's printing off the receipt. As I go to put it back in my pocket, my fingertips mash against the 220s that Matt gave me. So that's okay. That just means I ended up with more cash. So then I'm on my way over to Superior Meats, and just when I get on the Bong Bridge, I notice that my low tire pressure sensor came on. And unlike Christine's Honda, the Honda tells you the exact amount of pressure at each tire. This just has a light that says, guess what? You have a problem, and I'm not going to tell you where it is or how bad it is. Good luck. You know, was it 2 summers ago? Me and Christine and Caitlin and Jeremy were heading up to north of Two Harbors. I don't remember if we were going to go to Split Rock or where the hell we were going to go. Maybe it was the Pink Beach. I think Jules was with us too. And all of a sudden the dash lit up saying, hey, Houston, you got a problem. You got a tire here that instead of having 36 PSI, it has 34 PSI. I meant 32 PSI. I meant more like 30 PSI. I'm like, oh, shit. I mean, we ended up, we couldn't do what we were going to do. We just turned around and beat ass back to Two Harbors. I put like 45 pounds into the tire, and then figured that should be enough to beat ass home. And then we got home, and Sam stopped on our way home from work and patched it for us right out there. And actually, I guess she didn't patch it; she plugged it. Whew! But mine, I just found one that had 26.5 psi, and hopefully it's. I mean, I guess I'll know tomorrow when I get in it, but... So I put the rack back on the car after sanding all of the... Anybody that's seen pictures of my car, it had the Donut Media shit on the... up on the deflector on the rack. And I sanded that all down to bare metal and put 3 thick-ass coats of black gloss, and then painted pretty much 90% of the whole rack. Put that back on this morning. This doesn't make any sense. I know, there's so much information coming out here, Jeremy, that you could give a flying fuck about. That's my thoughts. Never mind, I don't want to talk about it. It's just, the design is the bracket that comes with the rack has a plastic, like dense plastic assembly inside of a metal shell, and it matches the profile of the bars. But if you put it together that way, the U-bolt goes under the roof rack, or the bars, the rack on the top of my car, and then sticks up. So if you were to put, say, the soft bags that I'm going to be taking the car down to do a little work in southern Minnesota. and I put clothes or jackets or whatever I think I'm possibly going to need in some soft bags and stick them up on the rack, everywhere where these brackets are, the bolts stick out through the top of the knurled knobs. And then I said to myself, well, I could probably take my multi-tool or the Sawzall or the Portaband and cut the tops of those off, then they're not sticking out, but the whole knurled knobs are sticking up into the basket. It just seemed like a stupid design, but the person that I got the car from, they had everything turned upside down, so it looks wrong when you go, hey, that matches that profile. If this was turned around, the person that put this together is an idiot. But the only thing, and it's actually level with the is just a little piece of the U-bolt. If you turn it around and go the other way, you got all sorts of pokey shit in the way. It's like, so I just put it back together exactly the way I took it apart. And it's a nice day. Was able to have the sunroof open for the first time, and yeah, my sunroof works just fine, Christine. Oh, that's right, I didn't try to open mine when it was 35 degrees below zero and frozen. So then when I got home, I decided that the best thing I could do is go away on a motorcycle, which is exactly what I did. So I put like 50 miles on, but even with thicker riding gloves, it still was a little chilly on the finger. Oh good, it's still looking for my device. That's fucking awesome. Okay, on the cold-hearted IPA, Sharky says, cheers clubbers, ? Or did I miss the club by a few minutes? It's 9:20 p.m. My time. Not gonna judge. I think you missed more than the club. I think you missed an entire review. Then Salty says, I made a video years ago where I did a barrel obstruction check with a slide locked back and the mag in my other hand, and people were losing their minds. One guy even used my comment to make a compilation of stupid people with guns. I reported his ass for using my content without my permission. Oh yeah, it's truly amazing, the armchair quarterbacks and the just fucking stupid people. I mean, if you don't ever aim a gun at your face, there's 0% chance you could ever shoot yourself in the face. But if I'm at the range and I'm showing the gun off, and as I twirl it around, I aim it at me and the slide's locked back, I mean, excuse me, fuckstick. Like I said, I'm sorry, I couldn't help but feed the trolls. It was like, God, Jesus Christ, you're a special kind of smart. Not only was the gun gonna go off when the slide was racked back and it was aimed at me, but it almost was full auto. On the right video, yes. Bean first, Jolson says J4. J4 has already been called as a miss. Just for the record, Jolson, J3 and J7 are open. Then he says, Jesus fucking Jolson asked for so much shit. I'm going to have to start making myself a sandwich just so I have the energy to answer his shit. Then he says train whistle. Then he says,
oh, come on now. That ain't even bullshit. That's horse shit.
Then he says, in 3, in 2, in 1. Calling Turdicius. And Turdicius responded with, hee-haw. Poco says, sup. Not much. Then Jolson says, maybe you need to just come to the farm and review the entire collection one piece at a time, then schedule all the videos for release at set intervals. There is that. Smile Money says, I would contribute 20 towards the camera system. It looks like a great system. That Ranger 2. The only downside, Smile Money, is I intend on doing some shooting between now and when the Ranger 2 is going to be released. But for the difference in price and $100 off, it with a 1,000-yard range versus the for $100 less, you can get one with 300-yard range. I don't know. I'd rather try to figure out how I could scrape together the money and just pre-order the Ranger 2 or the Ranger Plus, whatever, depending on where you go. It's either called the Ranger Plus or the Ranger 2. I mean, otherwise you can get one that's good for 2 miles, but that one is going to run you about $1,000. So, I thought $299 was a nice, considering it's supposed to be $400, so yes. Salty, do one thing every day that makes you naked. Eleanor Roosevelt. Tardicius said, that which does not kill us makes us more naked. Freddie Nyshitsky? Mr. 27 says, in the beginning, there was naked. I wish there was naked right now. Rich says, cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Jolson says, what would it cost to redo the floors in a 1,600 square foot place? Well, there is some variables. This is why a lot of people like to do bids as opposed to just try to guess. A worst case scenario would probably be about $8,000. Now, if I was able to get my hands on my equipment, the going rate on just labor right now is $2 a square foot. So you're looking at $2 a square foot plus supplies. Supplies being belts for the drum sander, discs for the edgers, or edger if only the big one is needed, a couple of screens and or a maroon pad for the buffer, plus finish, depending on what kind of shape the wood is in. In other words, is it really dry? Is there cracks between the boards? Because I have had a gallon of finish run out in 200 square feet. And I have had a gallon last 500 square feet. No cracks in a maple floor versus big cracks in a pine or an oak floor. So, I don't know. If, obviously it'd be a real negotiable thing if especially in this particular case, Jolson, as we know, one of my favorite things is a little something called bartering, which would mean that I scratch your back and you tug my wiener. Or We could flip that around if you want after a couple drinks. So it really depends on the shape of the wood. And is 1,600 square feet one big open room, or is that a combination of a whole bunch of them? Because every time you have another room, you have another doorway, hallways suck. What direction does the wood go? Are you able to use the drum sander in all areas? Because if you have an area, and this has always been my math, if I can touch both directions, anything within this is no longer possible to use the drum sander, which means now it's all done with the edger, or a little thing I call the abdominal machine. Yeah, okay. Yes, it is. I had to fix the internet, and evidently the username and password, even though it's identical, isn't identical, and now it's being a bitch. Oh, look. It's, no, it's still not working, no. Long story short, we've been locked out of our system for about 3 years, and I fixed it. But even though the name of everything is the same, the camera system is having issues. What the? What? EMT G6 is a hit. G6 is a hit, yes. And?
Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
Mike says cheers. Cheers, Mike. You know what? I'm, fuck all this! I'm just gonna go upstairs and put a bullet in the fucking system. Change Wi-Fi network. Oh, it looks like it's so simple. Is your thing green, steady, blinking? Oh, yes. If the lights are not ready for after 30 seconds, press and release the reset button. Discover devices. Suicide hotline. Please hold. Ludwig, maybe Matt and his sister can buy Miles' house so they can be close to Grandma. Well, see, here's the thing. They can be really close to Grandma until Grandma's no longer with us. That was the whole thing. Is they have a place to live, and their plan is they, or at least one of the two of them, was going to buy the house in the event that Grandma's untimely demise. But you know how families go. No, just because they've been there most of their adult lives, we gotta set it aside for someone that I've never even met. Me. Yes. Connect the stars. Star search. Straight to the vag. Jolson. Speech to text. I said it's not fair to the gas station. Mike can walk. I walk it all the time. Oh, yeah, well. He'd have to stagger there. You're not shit-faced or legally shit-faced. He's a professional alcoholic. Jolson says, I like Jeeps, but they are just huge piles of flat garbage. Spy Money says, are you trying to offend Cobra? I don't know where he's been, but I know that comment would have been challenged. Spy Money. I was looking at those range cameras and watched a few videos. They seem to be the best answer. I mean, other than Smile Money, other than shooting it. I mean, first of all, this fucking thing. The spot shot. I don't know why, but it only worked worth a shit here at the house. And of course, the lag part doesn't bother me. I'd have it sitting on the table and I'm trying to focus it, or I'm trying to move it so that I could line it up at the girls' bathroom, the guy's living room across the way, and it'd be like, I'd move it, and I'd watch my phone, and then 3, 2, and then it would move. And then I would try to move it. So it's like every time if that worked, and I could hook it to the spotting scope, at least it was a little bit better. But you're talking about literally having the target right here, and the camera is sitting right here. EMT, my dentist is very constitutional, so I carry the same nug into his office as I do into Walmart without worry. I also wear a hat and I cover my nug with it when I sit in the chair and take my hat off so I don't concern his hygienist. I have never met the dentist that I haven't met yet, so I have no idea. And that sword is probably as real as her boobs. Poco, are you watching Halo? It's not too bad. Yeah, the last time I went and looked, I was caught up. It's been what? I've seen 4 episodes so far. Everybody's against John. Spy Money says, Eric, on the COVID, the arm ticket, their statement prefaced the flu, which because of the people contracting ovaries 19, that's 98% of the population, have some level of immunity. See, that's the problem with immunity, is it's free. So if it was evolved into not as dangerous of a virus, not that your position was right in 2020, you have to read the article. Yeah. What? Poco? Matt Miles went to court over a tire? I'm sure Miles' wife has behind the escalation of the situation. No, it wasn't the tire. It was just one more thing. Cheap old gun guy. Beware of the Ides of March. Et tu, Brute, you two, Brutus. Time for a station break.
Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
I don't know what station she's on, but let's go. Poco says E6. E6 is a miss. Ouch. Spend money. How could anyone take Matt to court? I would think he is one of those protective classes. Style money. Jobs coming along. You know, Indeed allows you to sign up so they send you any job notices that fit your profile. Oh, yeah, I know. I need to upload my resume yet because I've been busy. I know. It's off to work I go. Aho. She's... never mind. Smile Money says, in 1973, Pittsburgh Steelers defensive tackle Ernest Holmes is subject to a manhunt in which a helicopter pilot was shot and wounded. The hunt was for a gunman who had been reported firing at trucks on a nearby highway. He used a shotgun. He played as part of the Steel Curtain, and in 1975 and 1976 Super Bowls. He was the first shooting spree I remember. Is it because he didn't get the ring or what? Mike, since I live in Indiana and the knife company is from Indiana, I should get a bigger discount. Just saying. Well, Mike, let me tell you, that's a great thought. But if I have an oil refinery I can literally drive up to Skyline and take a picture of it almost to the point where you can read what's on the tanks over there, which is why if they blew up, over here would have probably been a big mess and all my windows would have gotten blown out. Gas prices aren't any different, and oil is no different. And if you buy a container of Amsoil additive on the shelf in your town, it's the same as on the shelf in my town. And Amsoil is a 5 to 6 minute drive from here, which I don't recommend Amsoil anyway. Especially if you talk to Samantha. She's like, people get so suckered in by their fucking bullshit additive shit. She says, just get good oil, like Mobil 1 or something like that. You don't... Oh, by the way, just because I thought it made a cool picture, while I was out and about today, I snapped a picture of Vivian sitting right in front of Sam's STI. That picture so you could see the repainted snorkel, the snorkels on the bike. Yeah. Here's before I left. And here's a different picture of Vivian and the STI. Let's see, are the cameras online? Oh no, sync modular is offline. That's cool. I love that. I'm not bitter about it. Why would you tell me I can press the button if I can't press the button? Let's just pick other things since you won't let me pick the one that I want. You know what the problem is the one they tell me to look for, the blank one, isn't even on here. what I'm saying. Evidently, I have to go upstairs and press buttons because it is being a super bitch. Yeah, you're actually supposed to look for a blink. Nice pussy. Oops. Bad says greetings, Captain. Greetings, Bad. Never remember shop class looking like that, but sure would have been nice. Mike says, all I have and use is FMJ rounds. Now who? Safe lost connection. Oh. That's because that needs to be redone too. Oh my god. Multi-gunman, I'm late. So what? Mr. 27 says, I'm later than you're late, so where are those 357 Magnums at? Poco, now you replied to one from 10 years ago. After about 3 hours yesterday, I had made it back 11 years. And no matter how many times I kept spinning the wheel, it moved another 10 comments, 20 comments, 30 comments, 40 comments, 50 comments. Yeah, I gave up. Poco says, looks like that beer came with its own backwash. It came with its own kidney stones. Rich says outro robbery. Okay. Steven says lawn clippings. Yeah, okay. I had no idea what you're talking about, Steven. Heaven and Hell Spirits, good morning, Captain, and everyone else, TGIF. Hey, when you don't have a job, every day is like a Friday. McLean, bring out the boy, Eric. We hung out and had coffee this morning. McLean, I'm in a perfect state of mind to watch the lighted beer glass for hours. Well, back to what Steven said, lawn clippings. Smile Money, Miles' house is not listed on Zillow. He must have had to get out of town quick. As far as I know, it's not up for sale yet. Wade, I remember the grenade hot sauces when you unboxed them. You know, one of the videos YouTube dumped. My new knife should be here tomorrow. Can't wait to hear what you think. Wade, Tac Pack has a knife box that I used to get. They were the dredges of cheap Chinese knives. Wow, that's bad. Not her. Yeah. Mr. 27 is actually 47th. Then he says, intro problem child, Brubomi, nice. Then, long live the second big old can intro babe, nice. Nice. Tom, love me some makers. Crystal Skull vodka is good. Yes, it is. Sharky, cheers all. Indeed, I didn't shoot that. Here we go. Then he says Alpha 4 trying to close the border before the end. A4 is a miss. Sharky 4742. Whoops. There it is. Oh. Projectile. Whoop, there it is. Sharky running the board on the end of time here. Sharky, I just ordered David's new book off of Amazon. It's due to me being over here and don't want David to pay more for shipping than the retail price for the book. I'll bring it along to him to sign it the next time I'm over there. Hey Dave, don't go and croak on me before signing it, my friend. And then Sharky says to himself, I just tricked Dave into immorality. Genius. Good job. We'll see how that works. Come on. Sharky, 1 hour, 23 minutes, 50 seconds. I'm pretty sure I've reviewed this. You say, no video out there, no review. Go back at it and suffer again. But please don't let it sit in the fridge for me to get back over there, suffer along with you, as that would be bad for everyone. Yeah, that's the Chunkies. Yeah, we don't need to revisit the Chunky beer. Sharky SH, nah, I made it before you got back from Sam at the Subaru dealer. Oh, and outro babe robbery. Reload ski. Where are we, ski? Far enough, considering I have to try to figure out how to fix the fucking internet. Well, the internet's working. These are all online. I just have to put the safe back online, which means I have to put it in a special mode so that it can find the internet. I know, white guy problems. Where do I put cider? Insider? I don't know if it's the European style or what the hell, but it has kind of a green apple like Christmas to it. Not Christmas, crispness to it. It's actually pretty good. I mean, it'd be nice if it had more spunk to it than 4.5%. But on the non-beer scale, I would give this a 9 for flavor. Nothing artificial about it. Okay, in the club. First, Sharky. I'm going for a clubber's comment now, as 2 hours ago you sent me a helmet hair picture, sorry McLean, and told me it was just a quick shower and then off to the review. So it's either the YouTube notification that are messing with me, or you found something better to do. I hope it's later. Can't have you drinking while I'm still awake, laugh out loud. Well, you know, putting Mike back on the internet and blah blah blah. It was a great time. UOCR220. Ah, bro, nice gun. Cheers. Thank you. Smile Money says, cheers, clubbers. Cheers. UOCR220 again. I'm here and I'll always be here. Been clusterfucked the last few months. Cheers. Well, I hope I hope it's unclusterfucked now. And Salty, doubled naked is a virtue. Reloading. That's it. Okay, gonna keep working on show prep before Locked and Loaded. Whatever I said the show was gonna be about last week is what it's gonna be about this week, because I don't think we touched on a single thing last week. I know this should come as a surprise. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.